Hi everyone, welcome to the very last video in this mega series from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford using the Schpirerr Farben Pencils. Now we have this very last one here from this row, and I was looking at it just before I pressed record and thinking what colour, because we've got a blue and an orange and a pink and a yellow and a violet, and I was thinking what do we do? I was thinking we need to do a red, so this one's going to be red. We don't have a huge amount of reds, but actually we've only got a little bit to do, so I'm sure that we can get it sorted easily enough. So if we come in nice and close and just have some fun with our very last flower, bear with me while I just move my book a little bit around. There we go. Okay, now our very darkest red, I think the ruby brown is our darkest reddish colour, which I'm going to use for the little dots and things. So here it is, ruby brown. I think this is a red, really. See what you think. To me it's like a Tuscan red or a Indian red, maybe, that sort of colour, and I think it just works nicely for those. Okay, right, where should I put it there? So the next red, I think we've got either the True Love or the magenta. I think I'll go for the True Love because it's such a nice name. Oh, True Love. What's Untrue Love? So I'm going to layer it up here near the centre and then just fade it along our edge towards the tip. It's quite there. I feel like it's still quite a pinkish red. There aren't really, I suppose we've got the cadmium red, which is quite orangey. So I'm just trying to make it much more intense near the centre, but make sure I've covered all of the paper like that. And it's getting a bit sparse here though. I'll have a think about that, whether to go over it with something to try and, I want it to be more burnished without being as dark as this, so I'm going to have a think in a minute about what to do about that. But I'm just going to put some colour down on every petal first and then have a think. So we're just layering it up more, sort of on the bottom half really. There's a lot of water running. Oh, I know what it is, the washing machine is on. Yeah, my son was good, I sent him off to grab the washing for me this morning. And hopefully they all helped with the dishwasher. I didn't empty it. I thought, well, they've all got the day off, or at least some of the day off. I know my eldest will be revising because he's got his driving theory test on Thursday. But husband's got the day off work, and I'm just thinking I need to start leaving, because I used to just automatically get up and do all the kitchen chores anyway, the washing and the dishwasher and all that sort of thing, and I'm thinking I need to start leaving them for them to do. Right, this very centre bit I'd like to be even darker, and I'm looking at my colours thinking what can I put there. I could put a dark brown there or a black there to try and really darken it and mix that in with the red. What's going to mix in best with the red though? I'm going to try the dark brown. I think the black might just look dirty, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping this will work. Watch first and see if it works, I guess is the thing to do. So I'm going to put some around this centre and sort of spread it out a little bit towards the outside a bit. Don't press too hard. And then got to go back over it with the red. I'm not sure how effective that's been, to be honest. think it's made some difference. Now these edges of the petals are going to come out a little bit, but I still can't. If I go too far out, I'm going to make it all look the same colour. So I think what I'm going to do is use my white and see if I can burnish it with white. It might turn it pink. Well, just checking, actually the end of my white is a bit dirty. Just getting that off by scribbling it on some scrap paper. So have to be very careful with white because it will obviously take up the colour you're colouring on top of. That's good, that's working. Can you see the difference? You can see the difference between that and that and that and that. That's great, I'm pleased with that. It hasn't gone too pink, which is very surprising. I think because it's quite a pinky red anyway. I don't really notice the difference. Now, unusually, this particular plant has got these 4 bits which look like leaves, when none of the other ones in this whole row have got leaves. And I'm almost feel reluctant to colour them green. Just going to tidy the edges a bit, because we haven't got any green leaves. We've only got green in the corners on the rest of this row, and I like that sort of, it's not symmetry, congruent, I don't know what the word is. So what I'm going to do is to colour those in the ruby brown, so just make them look like they may be sort of a darker petal of some sort, and make it darker here. Try to make it a bit lighter towards the tip, and just work my way round. This husband's voice is so loud. It's hard with him doing 3 days a week, because you have a 4-day weekend and trying to work out what day it is really difficult. I think it'll be a little bit easier when the boys are at uni in some ways, because I'm going to use the cypress tree for the green leaves, because I think that cypress tree is almost a brownish green, and I think that will grow well with the sort of reddish brown that we've got going on here. These are the same leaves as on the sunflower. Yeah, I'm going to just try and make them a little bit darker towards the base, I think. Yeah, so once they've got their timetables, it might be a bit easier for me to get a routine in. I will know what's going on, but they don't start back for another 3 weeks or so. The last week of September, well, the last full week of September, I think the 30th of September is a Monday. Yeah. So yeah, they've got a little while to go yet. Now I've got to think of a background colour. That doesn't work very well. It looks quite even, but I'm not too worried about that. Now we've used yellow, grey, blue, I think, orange, pink. So what do we could use a light green, or a brown. I don't think so. A purple. I'm thinking, ooh, what about, will a pale purple work? I think we've used that already. There's a background there. Do we use it for that? Just going to have a quick look. No, let's use that then. Let's use the pale purple. I don't know if we've used it actually. Although this looks purpley, you can see it's quite pinkish. It's quite like the orchid in the Prismacolor. Is it the amethyst or lavender? I can't remember. Lilac. so I'm trying to keep it reasonably even. I don't know if this was a good choice. I think a green might have worked better. But there's no way I'm going to be able to rub this back, erase it, and then put a green here. Even though I'm not pressing very hard. But you might want to use a green. Of course we use green there. So I think that was the lime. If I was going to pick a green, I would use the lemon green, I think. Pickle would be better. If you could get if you have a light touch and could get it down lightly. Now, before we finish this video, we need to think about something. So there's our flower done. So let's just look at that for a moment. But what we've got, we haven't done on both of these pages is this border. There's a border on both sides all around here, and also this one. So what am I going to do for that? Well, what I think I'm going to do is use a black Posca pen and go around all of them, but I'm not going to do it on video because I want to do it really neatly. And I think if I try and do it on video, I'm going to rush and I'm not going to be able to turn my book and things like that. So I'm going to go away and do that on my own, and I will put a picture of it up for you so you can see it done. But that is that. So that is our finished page. Yeah. So thank you for watching. If you stuck through the whole series, I've really enjoyed it and I hope that you have as well. It's a very beautifully drawn page and lovely pencils, so it's made it very, very fun. So there we go. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a super day and happy colouring.